All right, next example. They give us A1, and they give us AN, and they give us D. Find N and SN. So we know SN is this formula here. We need three things for that formula. We need N, we need A1, and we need AN. Well, we have A1, which is 2, and we have AN, which is 32. But we don't have N. We don't know how many terms there are in this sequence. That's what N represents. It represents the number of terms in the sequence. We just know the first one is 2 and the last one's 32. We don't know how many terms there are, though. So therefore, we won't know how many pairs to sum. So we need to use the other formula to figure out what N is. These two formulas will always be used in conjunction with one another. Okay? So we know AN is 32. We know A1 is 2. We don't know N yet. And we know D is 5. So now we got to solve this for N. So we're going to subtract 2. So 30 equals N minus 1 times 5. I'm going to divide by 5. We get 6 equals N minus 1. Add 1. Boom, we got N. N is 7. Alright. That's N. So now we can plug it into our SN formula. We know N is 7 over 2. And then it's a very simple solve. So 3.5 times 34. 3.5 times 34 is 119. So we solve for both things. We solve for N and SN using the two formulas. Let's do one more. We'll do this video game word problem right here. A video game tournament in which gamers compete in multiple games and accumulate an overall score pays the top 20 finishers. So that means there's going to be 20. Essentially, each finisher is one of the terms in the sequence. First place gets 5,000, then 4,800. Third place is 4,600, so on and so on, all the way down the line for 20 spots. So N is 20. How much total prize money is awarded? So essentially what we're doing is finding the sum of this whole sequence up to the 20th prize amount. Now, it would take a long time to actually sit there and count out all 20 prize amounts. We don't want to do that. We want to use a shortcut. So we want to use our SN formula. That's what SN stands for. It stands for the sum. So we're trying to find the sum of all the prize money. So N over 2 times A1 plus AN. That's an N there. AN. So N is 20. We know that. Over 2. A1 is 5,000. It's the first prize amount. But we don't know AN. We don't know the last prize amount. So we have to use the other formula to get the last prize amount, the AN formula. AN equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D. So AN equals A1, which is 5,000, plus 20 minus 1 times D. Now D, if you're going from term to term here, D is what's the difference between terms. And you can see very clearly that the difference is being subtracted by 200. So D is negative 200. Each term is going down by 200. That is D. Negative 200. So 5,000 plus 19 times negative 200 is going to equal probably 5,000 plus negative 3,800, which is 1,200. So that's the last prize amount, 1,200. So now we could sub that in right here. So I ran out of space, but we're going to take out the AN and put in positive 1,200. So 5,000 plus 1,200 is 6,200 times 20 over 2, which is 10. And we get our total prize amount, which is $62,000. And on your quiz, which is due Friday, there will be one of these word problems. All right? So that's the whole lesson. You have to use both formulas in this lesson, 5.1 and 5.2. And your last assignment for discrete math for the year will be the 5.1-5.2 quiz, which is due Friday. Good luck.